In the year 1250, on the eastern coast of India, something truly incredible was taking shape. A temple so ambitious, so visionary, it seemed to defy the very laws of physics. This wasn't just a place of worship. This was magic, carved into stone. This is the story of the Konark Sun Temple and a mystery that baffled scientists for over 700 years. Our story begins with a king named Narasimhadeva, the ruler of Orissa. The king had a bold dream, to build a temple so magnificent that Surya, the sun god himself, would feel honored to reside there. He summoned 1,200 of the finest architects, artists, and builders from across his kingdom. For 12 long years, these master craftsmen dedicated their lives to this single, monumental task. They carved, they shaped, and they lifted colossal blocks of stone, turning a king's dream into a stone reality. What they created was nothing short of a masterpiece. The temple was designed as a gigantic chariot for the sun god. Imagine this, a massive stone chariot pulled by 7 powerful horses also carved from stone, eternally driving towards the rising sun. Flanking this chariot were 12 pairs of enormous wheels, each one 12 feet in diameter. But these wheels were more than just decoration. They were a stroke of genius. Each wheel was a perfectly functional sundial. By observing the shadow cast by the spokes, one could tell the exact time of day right down to the minute. The ancient builders had seamlessly blended art with advanced scientific knowledge, creating a clock out of a sculpture. It was a testament to their incredible understanding of astronomy and mechanics. Yet the most mind-boggling feature of the Konark Sun Temple was hidden deep within its sacred core. Inside the main sanctuary, there was a massive statue of the sun god. This idol, weighing many tons, didn't rest on a pedestal. According to legend, it floated, suspended in midair. No ropes, no chains, no hidden supports. It just hung there, defying gravity as if by divine power. How was this possible? Was it a miracle? The answer wasn't magic, but a brilliant application of science: magnets. The architects had engineered a powerful magnetic system. At the very top of the temple's towering dome, they installed a massive 52-ton lodestone, a naturally magnetic rock. Then, throughout the temple's structure, they strategically placed iron plates between every 2 stone blocks. The statue of the sun god itself was crafted from a special iron alloy. The result was a perfectly balanced magnetic field. The immense pull from the 52-ton magnet at the top, combined with the magnetic forces from the plates below and within the walls, created a state of levitation. The idol hung in a delicate equilibrium, held aloft by invisible forces. Imagine the awe of the visitors who entered the chamber. They would see their god, literally floating in the heavens, bathed in the light streaming into the temple. It must have felt like stepping into another world. For centuries, the Konark Temple stood as a marvel of ancient engineering and a beacon of faith. It was so prominent on the coastline that sailors used it as a navigational landmark, calling it the Black Pagoda because of its dark-colored stone. But this incredible feat of engineering also had an unintended and dangerous side effect. Ships sailing near the coast started experiencing strange phenomena. Their compasses, the essential tools for navigation, would go haywire. The needles would spin erratically, making it impossible to determine north from south. The temple's massive magnetic field was so powerful that it extended out over the ocean, interfering with the metallic components and magnetic compasses of passing vessels. Several ships lost their way, some even crashing onto the shore. The temple, a symbol of divine light, had inadvertently become a maritime hazard. Foreign traders who relied on these sea routes for their livelihood were growing frustrated. Stories suggest it was Portuguese or British sailors who, losing valuable cargo and ships, decided something had to be done. They resolved to remove the source of the problem: the giant magnet. History is murky on the details. Some accounts say they sought permission. Others claim they simply took matters into their own hands. Workers scaled the temple and, through a monumental effort, dislodged the 52-ton lodestone from its perch at the apex of the dome. This priceless artifact, the key to the temple's greatest wonder, was taken away. To this day, no one knows for certain where it went. The world's most powerful ancient magnet is lost to history. The removal of the magnet had a catastrophic consequence. The builders hadn't just used it to make the idol float. That central magnet was the keystone of the entire structure's stability. It held all the iron plates between the stones in a state of magnetic tension, binding the temple together like invisible mortar. Without the primary magnet, the delicate balance was shattered. The magnetic forces that had held the temple in perfect equilibrium for centuries were gone. Slowly but inevitably, the structure began to fail. The main tower, or shikara, which once soared over 200 feet into the sky, started to develop cracks. Stones shifted, walls weakened, and eventually, the magnificent central tower collapsed into a mountain of rubble. What remains today is still breathtaking, a beautiful and poignant ruin. We can still see the magnificent audience hall, the 7 stone horses, and the 12 giant sundial wheels. Thousands of intricate carvings depicting daily life, celestial beings, and mythic creatures still adorn the walls. But the floating idol is gone. The towering main sanctuary is lost forever. All because one crucial piece was removed. Today, historians and scientists continue to debate the story. Is the floating idol just a myth? Or is it a forgotten chapter of scientific history? The presence of iron beams and plates within the ruins, something you can still see today, lends strong evidence to the theory of magnetic engineering. The debate itself is part of the temple's enduring mystique. In 1984, UNESCO recognized the profound importance of the Konark Sun Temple, declaring it a World Heritage Site. Every year, millions of people flock to this sacred place. They marvel at the intricate art and the scale of the architecture, trying to imagine its former glory when a statue of a god floated in mid-air. The story of the Konark Sun Temple teaches us a powerful lesson. Our ancestors were not primitive. They possessed a deep understanding of science and nature, forces that we are only now beginning to fully appreciate. They wove together art, faith, and engineering to create wonders that challenge our modern perceptions of the past. And it reminds us that sometimes the most unbelievable legends hold a kernel of truth. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of lost wonders and forgotten science.